San Clemente, just off the pier, is the Wheeler North Reef. It was built as mitigation for damage from the San Onofre power plant. The reef, over 300 acres in size, is a thriving habitat.
Well, I think the reef is actually quite a success.
David Reed is a research biologist with the Marine Science Institute at UC Santa Barbara. He explains what happened when the outfall from the cooling pipe at the San Onofre nuclear power plant stirred up the sandy bottom.
And that turbid plume was implicated for causing the reduction of a substantial portion of that kelp forest.
So the California Coastal Commission amended the San Onofre Nuclear Generating Station agreement and required Southern California Edison to construct an artificial reef. That began in 1999, and UC Santa Barbara became the independent monitor.
And it consisted of 56 40-meter by 40-meter square modules.
After the second phase was still not meeting the performance goals, a third phase was finished in 2020.
Making it essentially the largest artificial reef of its kind in the world.
The additional reef has made the difference.
Since that expansion has been done, it has surpassed the target level for fish in the last 2 years or so. So it's on a very promising trajectory.
So the kelp bed growing up was super important because it created, that habitat.
David Huang is fins in the water for UC Santa Barbara Science Institute.
Even in the base of the giant kelp, there's life not only in there, but in the surrounding rocks, and then all throughout the entire water column.
Huang is the deputy of research and has been diving on the reef since 2000, monitoring its progress.
But it was colonized almost immediately, which was really great to see.
And with the expansion, the Wheeler North Reef is flourishing.
There's stuff all through the water column. You see schools of fish. There's sardines, there's kelp bass. You'll run into giant sea bass. On occasion, we've run into sharks every now and then.
There's also a surprise resident.
And there's tons of lobster actually everywhere, which is actually really great to see. That was one of the unexpected things that happened with the reef.
The reef is just offshore from San Clemente.
The San Clemente Pier would actually be the middle of it. And it goes offshore for about a half a mile. And it'll go down coast about 3 miles and probably up coast another 3 miles.
If that sounds big, you're right.
It is very large. It's 373 acres. Yeah, it is the biggest artificial reef in the world.
Over the past couple years, the Wheeler North Reef has met and exceeded its benchmarks to offset the water outfall from the San Onofre nuclear power plant.
The level of fish production and kelp production and the composition of species on the artificial reef looks very similar in both abundances and diversities to what you see on the natural reef. So from that perspective, it's in my view, quite successful in achieving the goals it set out to achieve.
And now, because the Wheeler North Reef has become so successful, monitoring will actually be cut back because it's doing so well. Sean Stiles, Earth 8.